Good day, this is an explanation on the first trio according to the toolbox. So we're standing in the middle and get our debuffs and tethers. Blue tethers will go to the omega. Green tethers will stretch diagonal from this to this. One will be closer to the blue, another far from the blue. What points are here? So first of all, according that I suggested, short blue will be with the short debuff. So it's just more easy to remember. Short blue, short debuff, closer to the boss. Long debuff, long blue, far from the boss. So just remember, short blue, close to the boss. The second thing, debuffs, short and blue, must be closer to the eye. The eye in this mechanic is north. So free players with the blue will stay far from the eye. Also, about the positions of blue tethers, let's imagine that this is a square, right? And this is the corners of the square. Let's imagine that we have a male on one of the next steps, and we need blue must spread around the male. So the method of parallel transfer, the same square will just move to the center, like this, like this, like this, and like this. So the same square will just move. This will help us not to take the same position and not to die. So we have solid spread positions. One of the players on the corner will be a monitor. So while standing under the boss with the tethers, you must already remember your corner as a square. Green tethers, according to the clip, I don't think that our marks that far to the wall. I think they are closer to the center, but still maybe this is the stretch of the green tethers. Also, please notice that the players are standing on the other sides of the mark. This will help us to understand where the players will go baiting the fists. So Sage closer to this side, so after the eye attack, Sage will go to bait somewhere here. Dark Knight somewhere here, the fists. And the same thing with the Samurai. Samurai will go somewhere here to bait the fists, and White Mage upper. So to the closer side. Also, if the fists will be the same, for example, the same, only the pair which is closer to the omega will swap. So in this situation, Sage and Samurai are closer to the omega, they will swap. Also, to make the swap without the mistake, the lines must not be crossed, right? So they must be paralleled. To make this solid, the main pair will be the pair which is closer to omega. It means that if there is a crossing, not the main pair will swap, but the second pair. Main pair will always be on the positions without changing. So if there is a crossing, this pair must make the parallel lines. Next step. Next step, fists appears and adjust if needed. As I said, if green tethers need to swap, the tether which is closer to the omega must swap. If blue needs to swap, the longer tether must swap. So for example, like this, the longer tether, short will not swap. Stretch, waiting for the eye attack. Fists will appear. There are always 6 fists, and there is always, I think, the pattern of 2-1-1. So one player needs to bait the fists to each other, so like this, in between, and one player will have to bait only one fist in this situation, like this, after the eye attack. So don't move right now. Blue tethers are popping, as we can see. Blue far are popping. Fists, so after popping the blue, far blue must go to the short blue to bait the fists to each other, and at the same time the eye attack. So, and on the green, the fists will blow too. Green tethers after the eye attack will go to bait the fists around. Don't cross the eye attack, so there is no need to cross the eye attack. No, these green players bait the fists on one side of the eye attack, these players on the other side of the attack. So green tethers go to bait like this, and blue tethers at the same moment run to the middle after the eye attack as a square, and at the same time short blue will pop. I don't remember exactly what was the square. I think something like that. Square around the male. So around green tethers make baiting. One random player around the boss will get the jump attack and a monitor. The player who had the jump attack must be between the male, because the male will be in the middle, and between the player monitor, because from the center this area, according to the boss monitors, will be attacked. So these 2 green tethers will get the monitor boss attack, and these 2 green players will get the monitor from the player. So if there will be not enough gap between the middle and the player monitor, this player who got the jump attack can get the attack or from the boss or from the monitor. And of course there is a stack near the monitor for the rest 2 players who are standing as a square around the male, so the next attack will be stack damage here. Monitor attacks on the green players and stack damage on these players. After that, we need to watch the lights on one side of the beetle. It means that the side of the location will be attacked. The players who are all the green tethers which are already on the safe side must stretch the tethers which are already on the safe side. The players who are running from the attacked side will stay in the middle like this. So stretched, players who are running from the attacked side run here and popping the green. Short debuff near the wall, closer to the middle. It's just easy to remember. If you're short, you're closer to the middle. Far player with a far debuff near the wall, somewhere here, far from the middle. So long debuff, far from the middle. 2 free players with nothing will take these positions. Notice that the beetle attack covers more than half of the location, so it's not through the middle. It takes more than middle. You can see this in the clips.
Me and Kelly will be
in the clip. Yep, as you can see, middle and the next circle is covered too. So after this, it is safe. Boom, short and long will blow up, and the dynamis will jump. The dynamis jumps will be to 1, 2, 3 and the 6th player. So these players will not get the dynamis jump. So if they want to give more space for these players, they can stack. It's not necessary, but it's possible. I think it will be more better to have a stack to give more space for these players. And that's all. Thank you.